Hey there friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today I want to talk about the Behemoth Titan subclass in Destiny 2, which I believe personally is the worst subclass in the game. And this pains me as a Titan main, but it feels worse than all of the Hunter, Warlock, and other Titan subclasses in my opinion, especially since the light subclasses got the 3.0 update. And from watching Strained, it's going to fall behind that as well, and unless some other things get nerfed or it gets a buff, it's still not going to be great going forward. And one of the main reasons I believe that is because it doesn't really shine anyway. Sure, you can use it and you can throw the javelin for fun in PvE. Sure, you can use the super to get some kills in PvP, but overall it's going to be overshadowed everywhere, and there's a couple reasons for that I'm going to get into, but overall I just want it to be better than it is. And this really kind of came to a head while I was playing Iron Banner this week, because you can only use Void or Stasis right now, which I hope they change absolutely with the next Iron Banners. I hope that we can use whatever subclasses we want, because this really doesn't feel fun. You run it up against the same subclasses all the time, or you're forced to use them. And so I felt like it was a good a time as any to check out Stasis for the Behemoth, just to see what I'm rocking with and if it's any good right now in the current meta. And my answer is it's not. It's not good in PvE, it's not good in PvP. It's fine, like it'll get the job done in certain scenarios. If you get really good with it, like anything else, you could probably pop off from time to time, but overall it is a worse subclass than any other subclass in the game right now, in my personal opinion. One of the main reasons that I think that is it doesn't have a really great exotic. The Hoarfrost Z is very situational, and I don't think it really shines compared to something like Osmiomancy for the Shadebinder. I think that's one of the better PvE exotics in the game, and it makes that subclass absolutely tremendous for ad control. Then you've got the Mask of Bacchus, which is a little bit more situational for the Revenant Hunter, but I still think it's just better. Like, that shift is a great option to use in PvP to get out of danger, relocate while you are trying to go somewhere else and get away from getting wrecked by certain shots or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just know that after watching it in action, after going up against it, and after using it myself sometimes, it feels better than the Hoarfrost Z for me personally. And the other major problem I have with the Titan exotic is that, or the Titan subclass, the Behemoth, is that it doesn't have any exotics that it really vibes with. So Heart of Inmost Light is not going to shine because of the problems that you have with the abilities not being able to get kills. So if you're not generating kills and doing a lot of damage with them, it's not really all that viable. You've got the Stasis specific Icefall Mantle, which makes you so slow that it can be fun to be a very big tanky character. It's just not really useful in PvP, and it's just kind of a meme thing in PvE. Other than that, none of the other exotics, like you can run Armamentarium for a second grenade. You can run other options as well, like Peacekeepers or Dune Marchers or Antius Wars, Feedback Fence, all that kind of Syntheseps. All the neutral ones you can run. You can run a Titans if you want to. But the neutral game of the Titan with its melee and with its grenade just leaves so much to be desired that it makes that very, very difficult if you don't have an exotic to juice it up. So the melee, the Shiver Strike can be decent. It doesn't one hit, and there's really no way to one hit. There's no real buff to the grenades that you can get or change to the grenades. You can use the Howl of the Storm to use your sliding melee, but even that just freezes enemies, and unfortunately after you get one kill, oftentimes they'll break out before you get the second one. So the super is the only place that you can be fun. It can be fun to use for me personally. You can get some kills with it, but overall you're gonna get shut down as often as not with either Stasis Warlock, Nova Bomb, Shadow Shot, or even the Cyclone that the hunters have. So I don't know. It doesn't vibe with me at all. And there's no place that it really does anything that I want it to do. And unfortunately, after playing a bunch of games on Iron Banner, I might as well just play Void because I can do everything better. Like, this isn't the case of me not enjoying the subclass because I don't want to run Stasis. I want to love this. I want to run it. It just is so underwhelming that I feel like I can't, especially if I go up against a good team. If I'm playing solo Iron Banner and I'm running against a stack or a group or a single player even that's really, really good, I just feel so overmatched with this compared to when I'm running Arc or Void or Solar or any other option. It's such a letdown right now, and I hope it does get a buff. What I would like to see them do, I don't know. I know they're not going to drastically rework anything, but I'd love to see maybe a viable exotic armor to make for, I don't know, make it so your grenades are like, I don't know. I don't want to copy the Bleak Watcher or anything like that. Maybe you focus on the melee and make it so that way your dash strike can be a one-hit kill, or can chain freeze or chain slow or something like that. Buffing the melee would be great. Both of the exotics right now really focus on replacing the barricade, which I think is not the best option. So having, like, for example, Peregrine Greaves makes Solar subclass so much more fun for me personally, because I can run that and I kind of synergize with my various abilities in a way that the Stasis just does not at this point. Yeah, sure, you can generate your abilities really, really fast, which is nice, but the abilities are just not great compared to everything else, even after the Storm Grenade nerf. So you can use Arc Pulse Grenades and they're just going to be better than whatever the Behemoth does. So that's a little bit of a rant from me. I know I don't know what they can do to fix this. I don't know if it's just going to always be one of the worst subclasses or if they're going to buff it eventually. I don't know how you do that, because I know you don't want to overbuff slow and freeze in PvP, but maybe they just buff it in PvE. I would love to see that. I would love to make it more viable in PvE and at least have a place to shine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to have lots more videos heading into Lightfall. I can't wait. Make sure you stay tuned for all that. My name is JoPaWrites. I hope you have a good one. I'll catch you all later.